Oh, are we live, baby? If anybody's in here and can hear me, drop me a cheeky message in the chat. Let me know that you're here, baby. Are we live? Are we live? I don't know. I don't know. You guys just let me know if you can hear me, baby. Let me know if you can hear me. Neo Ireland. Oh, we got a lot of ticker symbols. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome, baby. Right, crazy day in the market. First things first, please hit that juicy like button, my friends. Okay, everybody's in here. We're getting the comments rolling through. Look, what a crazy day this has been. So, I recorded a video earlier on before the market opened, and that should be going up later on, hopefully. I'll see. And that was about why I'm not worried about a market crash, whether it was today or it was next week or it was in a month's time, because like they're normal. They're normal. They're part of investing. So that's kind of what I want to speak about today. This is my most painful day ever by far, and we will get into it. But as always, baby, we smiling. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. We smiling. We're just going to speak about some stocks today. To everybody in the Discord, we're going to get Trent, the chart master, in here in a little bit as well. But if you're in here nice and early, please hit that juicy like button, my friends. Please hit that juicy like button. Drop me a comment. All right now. What did you buy today? I want to see some tickers get thrown around there. Down 370k, this guy. Yeah, I'm not that bad. I don't have that much money in the market yet. But yeah, I bought quite a lot of things. I bought 3 companies everybody in the Discord will be aware of. One of them's a brand new addition. We might get into that later on the video. We got Spooby in here. Oh, we got everyone in here, baby. Can we speak about HCMC? We're going to get around to a lot, and I mean a lot of ticker symbols in today's video. Jeez, we already nearly at that 200 likes, baby. 700 people in here. Down 50k, 90k down so far. Deleted trading 212. People buying HCMC. I see CLAS, NNDM, CCIV, NJAC. Nice one. Oh, jeez, people are picking up some juicy deals, my friends. But let me just let you guys know how I'm doing. Keep in mind, CCIV is a large part of my portfolio. As of right now, I'm down just about 18%. Okay, that's how badly I have done today. I'm not going to hide it from you guys. You know what I mean? I'm real. I keep it real with you, my friends. And that's a horrific day for anybody to go through. But we're making a nice recovery. I managed to pick up a few new deals. This was a beautiful time to buy. Let's be honest. Yeah, no, that's the most money I've ever lost in a day. I'll put it that way. I'll put it that way. CYRN, Corn, AMC, OEG, a lot of AMCs. Hyliion, CCIV are only green. Yeah, CCIV's helped me out, but that's what we're looking at. We're looking at this 15-minute chart. But I remember, guys, again, keep in mind, I started investing during March when the market was crashing. And still to this day, my biggest regret was, not really buying enough or not going heavy on some of the companies I really loved. So it's nice to be able to go through this with that prior experience. I know there's a lot of you guys in here in the game so much longer than me, but I've been through it once at least. Pay safe. I was looking at BFT earlier. Ride. I think Ride is at beautiful prices. I mean, look at that, guys. You could have picked Ride up today in the 18s. Oh my days. It hit that support. It bounced. It's nearly back to the midway. Oh my days. Okay, there's a lot. This guy's $4.6 billion down today, but that should make a lot of us feel better. But is there more crash to come? So let's just get real for a second before we start looking at loads and loads of tickers, guys, okay? I mean, this has been a common theme in my Discord now for a while. A lot of people have been asking, what am I doing about a stock crash? Do I think there is going to be a stock crash? Am I doing anything differently? And really, no, I'm not doing anything differently. Again, I have a video coming out on this, okay? Market crash history. Let's just look at this one. This is one of the biggest points that I just think more people need to remember. I mean, how long are you going to be investing? I'm going to be in the market for at least 50 years, hopefully more, hopefully 60, 70 years, as long as, life allows me to do those things, okay? Market crash, 24th of February, 2020. We have 2018, 2015, 2011, 2010, 2009, 2008, a huge one. 2007 was quite big as well. I mean, guys, these things happen, and 2020 is one of the most insane times, literally, we have ever had. Going into 2021, it hasn't got much different yet, let's be honest. I mean, look at this watch list. There is nothing green. Not one stock is green as of right now. And this is off the back of a lot of recoveries. OEG is definitely going to be at interesting levels, actually. I'm going to have to look at this. Oh, look, that is looking nice. Anyway, right. Hello from Belarus. AMC saved your account. Yeah, a lot of people are saying AMC did well. Lucid CEO is trash talking Tesla, is he? Oh, geez, that's not what we want to see. It's just a correction, not a crash. Yeah, I mean, it is a correction. Like, where do you draw the line and the difference between the correction and a crash? This is a big correction. Let's be honest, though, guys. This is a big correction. And keep in mind, this isn't the first day we've been seeing all this red. It's been going on for a little while now. Jeez, nearly 300 likes, nearly 1,000 people in here. You are some legends. You are some legends. You got one green today. I don't know if I have any green stocks or not. I haven't looked through each of them individually. But oh, look, Eli is nearly at break even. Eli's nearly at break even. Let's go. I'm really interested to see, though, where this day ends, because it's quite clear to see the volatility isn't over. I mean, look, we all know what happened at market open. Everything traded terribly in the pre-market. We've seen a nice little recovery take shape as of so far. Hopefully it can keep up. I've learned a dry powder lesson today. Yes, big lesson. Big lessons to be learned today. Should have sold Friday. See, this is the kind of thing, though. Everybody's going to be saying this, and it's like we didn't know this was going to happen. Nobody could have pinpointed today, you know, and a lot of people are going to start screaming that now because they always do when these crashes happen. But I mean, I'm chilling. Again, stock market crashes, they're part of it. You know, I unloaded some cash today. I don't even know. Let me check my Discord because I put my buy and sell alerts in there. It was a decent little chunk we invested today in the end. What we did, where are my buy and sell alerts? Yeah, so we put in 5-ish K. Yeah, so we're up. We put about 8K into the market today, so it's decent. I still could end up putting more in before the day's up. We're going to have to see. What stock do I recommend to buy at this moment? I ain't going to say any particular stock. That's not how we do around here. You need to find your own stocks, baby. But anything you've been watching, I mean, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of discounts out there today. Again, that's why I put money into the market today, as I'm feeling good about putting money in the market today. That doesn't mean that, you know, tomorrow everything's going to be back up 10%. It doesn't have to work like that. We could be in for another red day or two. But, you know, I'm not out of cash either. I'll put it that way. You guys probably know if you've been on the channel a while. I like having a lot of cash. But I mean, everything's down today. It's not just stocks. I mean, look at every market that's out there. I mean, I heard that Ripple had a pretty crazy day. What's Bitcoin done all day today? Yeah. So, like, you know, when you see the crypto markets and the stock markets doing things like this, I think Ethereum had a pretty weird day as well. I'm not even bothered finding that. But yeah, literally everything, every commodity, every asset is. I'm down 10% today. 10% is a good day to a lot of people right now. SBE, Ride, Workhorse. Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest, guys. Ride, I was very, very close to buying more of these guys today, and I'm still heavily contemplating it. I mean, it's not very often we've gotten the privilege of being able to buy at these prices. And yeah, we have this very long-term upward trend from a long while back, and we absolutely smashed down. It doesn't mean that we have to come back up here anytime soon, but I like these prices, all I'm trying to say. Ride buying back in. Yeah, no, I have to say, no, I really like Ride. Again, guys, take everything we say in this live stream with a pinch of salt, though, because the red could just be beginning. You know, we don't know. The red literally could just be beginning. We could be in for a few more bad days. I don't think we're going to see many more days like this where you're seeing 5-10% drops across the board, but there's going to be more bad days. SBE, another one. Really like SBE. I'm still up, well, I think 150+% in these guys, maybe slightly less, but I mean, you see that huge dip, you see that fast recovery. Again, I like these prices longer term. A lot of you guys may remember over the last couple of weeks, I've spoken to a few different EV charging related companies. Haven't liked any of them. Haven't liked any of the valuations. I think we're finally at a stage where I might be able to put some more money into a company like this. Where's my guy? Richard. What's Richard saying? Thank you for the 5, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do. I doubled my whole portfolio in a month and now lost all profit from this crash. It's tough, man. It is tough. It really is. And I mean, I hate it. I hate seeing it, especially keep in mind, like, most people are managing their one portfolio, but I have this community of people and I'm like constantly watching them and I'm constantly, you know, seeing people go back and forth and everybody's so happy on the green days. Then they're sad on the red days. But guys, like these red days, these are our best buying opportunities. Literally, I put something forth in my Discord chat earlier. I said, look, if you're investing for 3 months, all right, you're a trader. That is what it is. If you plan on investing for the next 20, 30, 40 years, you're going to live through, let's be honest, dozens of crashes and at least corrections, many dozens of corrections. Are you going to look back at this day, okay, in 5 years' time, and you're going to be like, I really remember February the 23rd of 2021 so vividly? No, you're not. You're not at all. And I guarantee that nobody's going to be upset about loading up on these dips in another 10 years in solid companies. It's that simple. Mark with the $5 as well. I appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you for that. You don't lose your profits if you don't sell. That's another fact. My man, all of the languages that are out there, and he woke up today and he chose facts. Right, TTCF. Continue. I'll just be honest. I built my position a little bit further again today. Saw this gap created. I mean, even an after hours gap, you love to see that. I mean, you know we're going to be coming back up, baby. So there was that huge pullback. I bought another, I think it was 100 shares. Maybe, yeah, it was 100 shares somewhere around the 20. Or maybe it was in the high 19s. Just adding. Again, you know, it's these quality growth stocks that I've been watching for a while. Maybe I have positions in them, but I didn't really like the valuation. So I went out and I said, now's the day. You know, it's literally, that's the way it works. It's just trying to build up that portfolio now. Mads Toft with the 200-day DKK. You're always showing the love, my friend. Chicken out of CCIV, still with a 250% gain. That gain is all thanks to you, Jack. Thank you, bro. I'm very happy to hear that, my friend. You're always showing your support for me. I'm happy that I can at least help you with some of these stocks. But I think a lot of people are going crazy on CCIV right now. And I mean, it's fair. You're allowed to be emotional, whatever. We're looking at a company who's still $40 a share. Okay. I mean, yeah, you could say 30, whatever it is. Okay. A lot of us got in cheaper than the pipe, my friends. This is the whole reason we like these companies going public via a SPAC, so that we don't get stopped out by big institutions on day one. Like, we got in at 12.86. You know what I mean? And I know it sucks to see what a 30% dip on a company in a day. Obviously, it's horrific. But we still got in early. Our risk is still incredibly low. And I think when you set your portfolio up in such a way that is the case, that's when these crashes don't really phase you. You know what I mean? Again, lost a lot of money today. You don't lose until you sell. I'm chilling. But Mads, I'm glad you got that nice money on CCIV. And again, there's never shame in selling. A lot of people like to make it out that selling's a really bad thing, paper hands, blah, blah, blah. You do you. It's your portfolio. It's your money. You know what I mean? Don't let anybody say stuff like that. But 1,000 watchers in here. Thank you, guys. Please make sure to hit that juicy like button. You already know what it is. AJ rocks out with the $10. Is CCIV going to see the same volatility as GME, just at a smaller scale? Just wondering what GME can tell us about the future investing. No, GME and CCIV, no, very, very different. GME was entirely a short squeeze. It was a group of investors essentially came together and noticed that, you know, big institutions got very greedy and overshorted the company, and they decided they want to try to take their money. We're not fighting institutions right now. Some people will tell you we are, but I mean, I really don't think we are. And if you go back and look at the institutional buys, the institutional ownerships for CCIV over the last few weeks, my friends, I mean, they've been buying at huge prices, the 30s, 40s, the 50s. They've been spending big bucks on CCIV shares. They are feeling this pain as well. You know, it's not like every single one of them sold yesterday. It's too early in the day for Guinness, so I just have to drink water today. But AJ, I really don't think GME comparison needs to be brought up in regards to this or really many other stocks at all. It's just for the really heavily shorted ones. Let me do this. Shorted stocks. What's that one website I like? There's one good website. High short interest stocks. Here's one a lot of guys in the Discord are asking for. I'm researching it, guys. You see that short interest is 40%. It's ISON. It's a small market cap company, small float, heavy short interest. That's something that may well end up being compared to GME. Now, on nowhere near as large of a scale, but similar things could happen. I mean, this is the kind of place you want to go if you're looking for those sort of squeezes. But no, we won't compare CCIV to GameStop. Was momentum trading on CLAS, practicing my buy highs. That's a hard place to practice. It is one of the most volatile ones that there is. I mean, I saw what happened earlier. I'm risk-free in them as well, thankfully, so I don't have to monitor them too closely. But I think we were down like 40% or something on the day. They're still down 26%. It's been terrible, but I mean, we're risk-free and we've already made some nice money. Clickstream blocked on T212. That is not what you want to see again. But yeah, no, the likes of CLIS, I mean, when you're looking at those stocks, guys, you just have to be aware of how risky they are. And you kind of have to go into it, understand if it's going to be a swing or a long-term investment. That's what's really tough for me with CLIS right now. When I see a stock go up 200% that quickly, it's always tempting to take some money off the table, which I did. I took my initial investment. But I genuinely believe that app could be really, really good down the line, HeyPal in particular, and I really believe in the team. So I'm just willing, it's a small position, I'm willing to just let it chill. Feels bad, man, that JPEG. Yeah, a lot of people are feeling that, bro. But look, we're going to be okay. We're investors. This is going to be part of it. And this is going to happen again in another few months' time. And it's going to happen many times over the next few years. What broker do I recommend for penny stocks UK based? I get asked this a lot. I just use Trading 212. They have most of them. We don't have as many as the guys in the US, but we have a lot. But yeah, I mean, this market again, let me just start looking through some of these. So we can see a little bit of sideways here. It's coming back down a little bit. If I just look back through a lot of our bigger tickers, Palantir down. This is one I bought today. Up, coming back down a little bit. You will see that a lot of the market is following each other. Okay, again, down, up a little bit, back down. Right, we were down, up. Now we'll have a couple of 15-minute red candles again. SBE, okay, we're down, up. We have two 15-minute red candles. Workhorse, we're down, up. We have two 15-minute red candles. So I mean, this is why you just have to kind of look at the market as a whole. As of right now, a lot of it is moving very, very similarly. It's not so much about the individual stocks at the moment. And that's why, yeah, if there was anything that you really like value-wise today, it's good. I tell you, I'm actually surprised SPCE has held up so well. We had that down, up. We have a red candle. But I mean, considering the squeeze that happened on these guys, considering how high we had went, I mean, I know we're down a lot from the tops, but if I actually bring you to that 4-hour chart, SPCE has done well for itself. Very well for itself. I'm happy with this. Look at that 4-hour candle as well. Look at that retracement. Janar, thoughts on ZOM and RYCEY? Okay, well, I've never heard of the second one, but we'll get ZOM up for a moment. I mean, yeah, obviously this one's been hyped for a long time. Jeez, they're actually doing good, baby. They're not doing too bad at all. It's not one that I ever really felt like playing long. And I remember when this one there was a lot of hype on this one. I was already quite interested in a few penny stocks in particular, and you can't play them all. So I haven't kept up to date with them to the same extent I'm sure a lot of people have, but I won't be playing them more than likely long. But that doesn't mean I think there's anything wrong with them. It's just you can't be up to date with every single stock that is out there. And Ricey, I'm already going to tell you. Rolls Royce. Yeah, I get asked about these guys quite a lot. And I mean, it's just not really a play for me personally. I could see absolutely anything happening with these guys over the foreseeable future. AJ Rockstar. That's the other thing. I'm pretty much Thanks for the 10, my man. I'm pretty much risk-free in CCIV by following your advice. Thanks for giving me and helping me make that decision. That's awesome, man. I'm very happy to hear that. And again, that comes down to me having seen what SPACs do in the past, me having learned from several of them, such as Lordstown Motors going public through dphc, such as Hyliion. We've seen it with Nikola. We've seen it with a lot of them. Some SPACs do really well after merger, some do terribly. I think you have to look at them as a company, not as just a SPAC. I don't like doing that. But even when I see a company, even if I really believe in them, I think I'm getting an incredible deal if it turns out to be Lucid Motors and I'm buying at 12.86. I still want to make it risk-free. I'm going to take some shares off the table, 390 free shares. I mean, you can't complain with that. And I'm glad you're eating risk-free, bro. Thoughts about the future of NGSC? This is a good one to bring up because honestly, I'm surprised about how this has gone. Now, also, we have to keep in mind that this is happening during a huge market crash. So it's down 10% today. It finally made a nice little recovery yesterday. Nothing crazy. I just think it deserves to be considerably higher in the short term. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Things don't have to make sense in the stock market. I think that was made abundantly clear today. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I do think they're going to do well. I'm still holding half my position. I am really hoping for I don't see why this can't reach. I'm not going to throw. I don't like throwing price targets out there, especially not off the top of my head. But I think it's going to do well. Thoughts on TTCM or HPNN? None really on either. JAG-X, that's another one of the penny stocks I didn't really get to keep up with. PLTR, I think I had that chart up just a moment ago. But I mean, look, guys, it's a really nice long-term stock. You guys probably will be aware I was making several videos on these over the last few weeks. We know why this sell-off happened, okay? Now, this most recent part of it is obviously because of the fact that the whole market's selling off. But before that, it was the lockup period, etc., etc. I didn't sell any of my shares up here. Palantir is going to be in my portfolio in 10 years. So am I going to be worried about the 23rd of February 2021 in the 23rd of February 2020? There's too many 20s. 2031? No, I'm not. So I'm just holding it. You know what I mean? Thoughts on HCMC? I mean, guys, There's nothing to be said that I haven't said before and that loads of people haven't said before. We're waiting to find out about the lawsuit. It's that simple. It's not what I'm keeping up to date with because there's nothing to keep up to date with until we get a real update on it. Just let it do its thing. This definitely isn't one I'd be overextended into. I have a tiny position in it. It was a joke position. I'm chilling with my shares. Let me see. What else do we have here that's very interesting that we speak about a lot? My thoughts on the cannabis sector. I think it has great potential. It's not one that I know very well, though, in all honesty. Again, it kind of comes back to being one person and only being able to understand so much. And cannabis is one of the sectors that piqued my interest. But if you get in nice and early and you're holding actual good companies for 5 to 10 years, I think you'll make a lot of money. But I also think you'll be able to make a lot of money a couple of years into the sector actually being in a much better position than it is now. But that's kind of where I stand with it, to be honest. Buy all hurt today. Buy all hurt today. It played. Look at this. Look at that, my friends. Oof. I did trim my position here. Again, Discord members will be aware that I sold a little bit of my buy all anti-MDI. Not at very good prices. Break even more or less between the two of them. But it was just overextended. I had a little bit too much money in these smaller cap companies that I would like to have, in all honesty. So that was just me kind of admitting mistakes and taking action and realizing that, I shouldn't have as much in these kind of companies. Took it out, put it into some longer terms. Happy days. Still have a lot of cash on the side, but I'm still holding half my position. Again, it's a company I'm investing in. I'm not investing in the ticker. I'm not investing in the penny stock. I'm investing in the company, and I think they're going to do very well. Vision Lithium, I see a couple of people ask me for. I didn't keep up to date with it, my friends. I know a lot of guys in the Discord really well. I was jealous on that one. But yeah, no, I'm not up to date with them, baby. 400 likes, my friends. Let's go. 1,200 people watching. Let's try to get 500 likes, baby. Why not? Also, guys, probably in the next 10, 20 minutes, I'm going to get somebody on. The guys in the Discord will be aware of who he is. He's Trent. He's the chart master. He's really nice with some technical analysis. So I figure, you know what? Why just bother listening to me all the time? We'll get somebody else on as well. Do I smoke cannabis? Buy more. When I'm in Ireland, that's illegal, man. That's illegal. Don't sell BNGO. They have earnings next week. I'm not following them anymore. That's why you haven't seen any videos. Jeez, there's a lot of tickers here. GNOG, not interested. VJack. VJack is kind of hurting my feelings a little bit. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, I have a position in these guys. It was just a place to park some money. And I think all of this happening came at pretty upsetting times. When we actually found out who we were merging with, you guys may remember, we went on a nice up run. And so I was actually quite confident because the market sentiment was there. You know what I mean? The market sentiment, people liked 23andMe. And I did my research and I quite liked them. I wouldn't say I'm very excited about them, but I quite like them. And I didn't really think I'd have to sell. But I'm not willing to lose money on this investment. I'm in at like 1060 or something. It was extraordinarily low risk. But I'm watching them. And I think that they may well just recover with the rest of the market, in all honesty. LLKKF. Oh, LLKKF. Shout out to Barnsey. If Barnsey's in here, shout out to you, my man. How are these boyos doing? I remember I didn't play these guys. I don't remember where we called them on the channel, what the price was. It was obviously back here somewhere, considering I have all these technicals drawn out. But yeah, they had their breakout as we kind of expected, and it's been a lot of consolidation. They're not doing terribly, in fairness. CCIV. There's still loads of people asking for CCIV. I don't blame you guys. I know obviously it's a lot of our biggest positions. It's continuing that broader market pattern we see right now. We see, well, we're into our third red candle now. We see it with Palantir. CIIC's not seeing it. Ooh, Right Hat 3 is making it green. SB's making, oh, decent. SPCE is consolidating quite hard, which is odd. Neo's down at 47. I know this one's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. A lot of the Perma Neo bulls. Yeah, geez, look at that. Wow, that spike was perfect. That's insane. These are the 15-minute charts, by the way, my friends. Yeah, Neo. I mean, with me, Neo is like, I don't see myself buying more back current prices pretty much ever. I mean, I bought in very early on. I don't have the biggest position, but it's fine. It's fine. But Neo at these prices, wow. I didn't realize they took that hit. But I mean, they've been bleeding for a while, though. Ooh, that's not nice. Tesla had a nice recovery from the bottom. A lot of you guys would have probably seen that. But you'll see, like, a lot of them are following, the whole market nearly is following the same pattern of red, red, green now at this stage. Some of them will have 3 reds, some will have a couple more greens, whatever. OEG. Oh, we got some OEG. Yeah, sadly, OEG's bleeding, my friends. This is an upsetting one again. As somebody who was one of the first people to cover these, it hurts to see. Just keep in mind, I don't have a position in them. I only ever swung trade them twice, but we did call them multiple times beautifully. They're still a long-term hold to me. And to be honest with you guys, look at that. They filled in that gap that was made before. I know we speak about gaps on this channel a lot, and people tell me I'm crazy for looking at them, but they get filled. I mean, look at that. This is, what, 25th of January? This is nearly a month later on it gets filled. It happens. It happens. Trust me. We don't just talk about gaps for the fun of it. AJ Rockstar, TMDI and Bio still believe in the company but sold because of the market now. What's going to be your move here? Yeah, I still believe in both of them. I personally, as an investor, had a little bit too much money put in both of these. Well, in my defense, when I initially went into both of them, I expected them to be shorter term swing trades, aka a few days, maybe a week, maybe a couple of weeks. The more I looked into them, the more I really liked the company, so they've actually turned into investments. That's why I took a little bit of money off the table, because obviously, if you're going to be in something for a few days, I go in a little bit heavier. But if you're going to be in it for years and years and years, I usually go in a little bit lighter. So hopefully that clears that up, AJ. Thanks for the 5. Oh, here's Trent, the chart master now, throwing the $5. Loving the stream. We're going to love it when you get in here, big man. Make sure you have your Discord open. What did I do with my CCIV? I still have 390 shares. I sold 110 shares in order to go risk-free. So my risk is now... Well, actually, if CCIV goes all the way to $10 a share, I'll make about just over $4,000. But I don't think they're going to $10 a share. I plan on holding the rest of them for a long time. NASDAQ going up. Yeah, actually, I noticed that earlier on. It was a quite quick recovery for the NASDAQ, wasn't it? 1.7. Yeah, that's where I had noticed it going back up quite quickly. I mean, it's not a bad day. It's not the worst day in the world overall, though, when you look at it. It's just a lot of our more speculative stocks, a lot of the more retail investor type stocks, the ones that me and you guys invest in a lot. Do I still have a position with CLIS? Yes. NSAV. I see a lot of people saying NSAV. No idea who they are. I will look at them. I won't look at them now, but I will look at them at some stage of life. Everything's moving so similarly. It's insane. GMDI, I just spoke about them. Are you adding to positions? Yes. I said earlier on the stream at the start, I put about, I think it was $8,000-ish into the market today. And to be honest, the intention is to put in more, but it just depends on what happens over the rest of the day. Because again, guys, there's no point in rushing into these things. It's a correction. It could last a couple of days, but I wanted to at least get some sort of decent capital added in there. And yeah, I'm looking to potentially get another 10,000 or so in. We'll see. If I see enough deals, I will. Oh, there's a green stock on the watch list. Shout out to Eli, up 0.18%. If you have no dry powder, lessons learned, my man. I always speak about the fact I love having money. I mean, I love having cash on the side. Not that I don't want to be too exposed to the market. Not that I don't want to have too little in the markets, obviously, but I love having cash on the sides because days like today, I don't have to think about it. I'm happy there's red because I can make some money. Stop spamming the chat, man. Heard of Purple Beverage Company? Yes. Please do SOS. I don't know SOS. Or do I? Do I know SOS? I don't believe I do. But again, it just looks to be following the overall market patterns. BFT, that was one I was close to buying today. I wouldn't even say that it's out of the realms of possibility that I do end up buying some today. I mean, I still really love this company with a long-term outlook. These have been through their volatile stages. And again, look at that. Boom, it comes right down to Tesla's lows. The charts here are beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful today. It's beautiful, baby. But yeah, that dip, that was a really nice recovery. I was watching them down here when they dipped into the low 15s. I'll see how I feel later on. I mean, when you're talking about years and years on a hold, what's the difference between $15.50 and $16 realistically? Buy everything. What do I think of CLS numbers announced yesterday? Incredible. CLS is killing it. You have to keep in mind it's a soft launch as well. What do I trade on? Trading 212. Hit the juicy like button. Yeah, hit the juicy like button. What we on now, baby? Nearly 550 likes, baby. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Yeah, it's Black Friday. I mean, that's what a lot of people need to do is, stop looking at the red days as this doom and gloom scenario. And again, be an investor. Be a long-term investor. And just look at the companies you like. And are they at good prices? And if they're at good prices, maybe pick up a few shares. Any advice on how to store dry powder? Get better at storing dry powder. Workhorse. Also think Workhorse is at very good prices, especially at the bottom of that. Look at that. They really did. I've brought this up in several Workhorse videos. These long-term areas of supports we've had for a long time now. Some of them were previous resistance. Some of them were actual supports. Look, we nearly smashed all the way down to that near last one, which was this is a very, very strong area. But then they went right back up and retested that very top one. NNDM, I don't follow them anymore, sadly. Again, there's just too many stocks out there, but they've just been killing it every single day. And again, look, it's a similar thing back from the 10th of February. Bleeding. Everybody's bleeding. If you want an NNDM position, look how much they're down. I mean, this is a blessing to you. You are so lucky. If you wanted to buy these guys on the 10th of February, what changed fundamentally? Nothing. They're just so much cheaper, okay? That's what's happened. And that's the way you guys need to be looking at this right now. It might hurt for a few days. It might hurt for a week. It could hurt for a month. Who knows? But ultimately, these are the things that make us money, baby. Just go look in your portfolio right now, okay? Whip up your app. Look at the daily chart. It's horrific. Look at the monthly chart. It's probably all right. Look at the 6-month chart. It's probably very, very good. Desktop metal. Yeah, I like desktop metal. Where are they? I have them here somewhere, I'm sure. I'll just get them. I do like them at today's prices. I do, to be honest. But I mean, compared to a lot of other companies, that's not even the worst. The worst pullback we've seen, which is quite weird to say. I do like them. With a long-term outlook, again, I like them. I do think these guys have room to be a little bit slower on the recovery, though, in all honesty. Thoughts on CRSP? None. CTRM? None. FRX is interesting. I'll give you that one. That had a horrible day today as well, didn't it? Yeah, not a nice day. Not a nice day. I don't see myself playing it. I'll put it that way. I don't see myself playing it. Did I already check? I've checked Workhorse a few times. Are you buying Tesla? I thought about buying Tesla. I'm not even going to lie. Guys. When we hit sub 650, I had the app open. I was just going to buy, probably 2 or 3 shares. Didn't pull the trigger. Not sure why. And again, this is going to turn into a running joke on this channel because I've said so many times in the past, my only regret ever with Tesla is not buying more because I always thought it was overvalued. Maybe there will be a huge crash again in another few months' time and it will pay off. But my regrets with Tesla have always been not having bought more. I'll put it that way. Am I buying Ford? I am most certainly not buying Ford. Do I use margin? I don't use margin. CFII only had a small look. Don't really care too much. Did I cover an NDM? I don't have too much to cover on them, I'm afraid. Why are you asking, am I buying Ford? Why would I? Give me one good reason I'd buy Ford. Can I mute Discord somehow? Neo, we went through Neo. We went through a lot of these guys. 3 shares of Tesla at 619. Shout out to you, my friend. That is juicy. A lot of people are asking me for NSAV. Again, guys, I said it earlier on. I'm not. I don't know anything about them yet, but if there's that much demand for me to have a look, I'll have a look later on. SFTW, baby. Somebody said it. Yeah, buddy. I bought some. I bought 300 shares. At what price? I don't really remember. Will I use margin? No, I won't use margin. See, I bought 300 shares of these guys at pretty much where we are right now. I got in at 13.16. So, yeah, nothing really has changed since. But, yeah, very long-term position for me here. There'll definitely be a full video on these guys relatively soon. For nearly 1,500 views in here, baby. Maybe when I get Trent in here, that'll go up to 15, baby. Corsair Gaming, another one. Very close to wanting to buy some of them today. Still am considering. Like, I haven't done well on them at all yet. I'm still pretty much actually at break even at this stage. I'm up like a few percent even after today, but I think Horse is at very good long-term prices as well. I can't lie, guys. A lot of very small tickers being thrown in here today. BioLay's long-term I still love. Hive Blockchain, I'm not playing it personally. That's all I'm going to say. IPOE. Yeah, this is one actually that I only Googled earlier on. I like them. We might actually be at a fair price. Leave that one with me. This is one that's high up on my interest. Look, we haven't really been this low at all. Oh, is it time? Is it time to pull the? If you spam, you just get blocked, my pal, my friend. You just get blocked. All right, IPOE. I need to leave these two things open. I need to remember to look at both of them later on. See, guys, this is why I went live, baby. We all want to get some ideas. Have I done Corsair Gaming? I didn't really go through Corsair Gaming. We can get it up. But again, guys, a lot of the market is just doing its thing. A lot of these charts are following each other nearly exactly. We see a huge drop. We see a recovery. And it's actually quite funny, my friends. I just want to point this out. How many of the stocks we've looked at today have dipped to an area of support that we didn't have before, or have made a double bottom of sorts? I just want to point that out, my friends, because there's a lot of them. It's much more than a coincidence. Look, oh, jeez, guys, this is beautiful. Look at all of the technicals pretty much everywhere. Yeah, SFTW, love them right now. That's why I bought them. iSun, there'll be a video on iSun relatively soon. I've been doing my research. I like what I see. I'm not sure if I'm going to play them yet or not. Sens and TRXC. Oh, baby. Again, just scroll out, guys. Bleed, big drop. That's TRXC. Oh, £2 coming in from Jables27. What tools have Slice to use for DD? There's honestly a lot. There's an awful lot. It really depends. I couldn't just list them off now. For actual DD, looking into companies, like if you just Google a company's ticker symbol and put stock after it, and look through the first 3 pages of Google, you're going to find most of them immediately. But there's an awful lot of them. SRAC, was looking at SRAC earlier on. I'm not too pushed to add to my position here just yet. I think as of right now, I'm still up about 70-ish%. I think I got into these guys in the... No, actually, I thought I got in even cheaper. Oh, I averaged up before. I initially got in the 10s. Then I averaged up somewhere in the 13s or something, I think. So, yeah, we're still up very nicely. But SRAC again, guys, look, scroll out. Bleed, bleed, bleed. Big drop. We're back up. It's rinse and repeat at this stage. It really is. What's CCIV doing to itself? Actually, what's Drive Shack? Drive Shack's still at that 250 range. I'm going to have to come revisit these again very soon. Jables, you're welcome, brother. But yeah, there's a lot of them. I use Seek and Alpha a lot. Bloomberg, Reuters, Forbes. They're just the actual news outlets. Their own investor relations pages. They're obviously very, very helpful a lot of the time. YouTube, my Discord, I get a lot of my information from. There's genuinely like 20, 30 different places at the very least. Currency 365 with the $5. I bought the workhorse dip, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Let's pick up them dip. Yeah, workhorse is we're still trailing. We're still training. They're getting the 3 reds. Some of them are getting the 2 reds and the green. And it is what it is. Well, yeah, that's nice, man. That's nice. Let's get that bag. Let's get that bag, baby. Skills isn't one. I remember I looked at skills months and months and months ago, and I was close to pulling the trigger, but yeah, no, I'm not too interested yet. Right, you know what? We've been live like 40 minutes. Let me get the chart master in here, baby. Just so that it's not just me speaking. He can bring you through some more charts. He can give his own thoughts on what's going on as well. I'll send him the link. Trent, I'm sure you're in here. I'm just going to send you over that link now, big man. Oh my God, we still got nearly 1,500 viewers, baby. 650 likes. You guys are the goats. You guys are the goats. Any incubators? Not really for me right now. Some of the SPACs potentially, but not really. The trading 212 block buys on CLIS again. That's so annoying. They don't want us to eat bread. They don't want us to bake these baguettes. I mean, why are you doing this? Just give me my baguettes, man. Idiots. I remember last time this happened, the founders at PayPal actually reached out to them and clickstream themselves. Idiots. Just let us buy our stocks. What happened to a free market, baby? Oh, geez, we got big Trent here. Let me add Trent in. Make sure he's all set up. This is Trent. This is the local chart master, baby. Invest with Henry. Is this the real Invest with Henry? I know there's a lot of fake people out there. If you're asking me if Tesla's on sale, you're the guy to be asking, man. You're the options genius out here. But no, I did touch on this earlier. I think 10% is definitely on sale, but I need a bigger sale. But I've been saying that for so long. I might just buy Tesla. Trent, I can't hear you, by the way.
Because I haven't spoken yet.
Oh, that's all right then. Oh, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm going to have to get...
All right, good. Yeah, I haven't said anything. I was trying to fix my screen.
You're all good. Tell you what, I'm going to throw headphones in just so that people don't hear any echoes.
Nice. So I see that you got that USB connector so you can have your camera going.
Yeah, I have a lot of things now. There's so many wires that you guys don't see. There's wires I have a 360 wires right now. But bro, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw your screen up there for a minute now. I'm going to keep an eye on the comments. But we've just been looking at a lot of tickers, and I know myself personally looking through TradingView, you'll see a lot of these stocks are following the exact same patterns. With that big dip, we had 4 or 5 green candles. We've had 2 to 4 red candles. What are you looking at, big man? What are you looking at?
Well, honestly, what it looks like is the VWAP is for most of these stocks are being just bounced off of. I know NGAC bouncing off of it. Workhorse using that as an area of support, bouncing off of it. Ride, with the way that Ride just dipped. Yeah. Ride's going to get back up there. This buy-in right here, oh man, that buy right there was amazing because that's like months. Yeah. This was the price it was sitting at before it made its last upward move. Absolutely amazing. But CCIV, honestly, I think CCIV looks like it's had that stair step motion, like I was saying in the Discord earlier. Stair step motion. Everything's looking really good, but even in the Discord, I called it, but I said, hey, there's a pullback coming. Because that RSI was just hidden up there too high. MACD was not where we wanted it. I mean, granted, it converged went above the 0 line, which is really good. Histographs are looking good, but everything's just started switching to that downward pattern. The differential between is starting to get much, much bigger. But I do like the fact that the RSI has kind of come back to this healthy trading area. I mean, if you're doing like the 5% candle, like the 5% wick, looking at this, looks like this next candle is going to be an upward movement. If we can kind of get back into the body, turn green and make another upward move. It just depends on what kind of volume is now going to be coming in. Clearly, we had a mess ton of purchase coming in, but 127 million, and we've only been open for what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours? This is amazing.
This is still a wild card. I mean, this is still just insanity. I know the market's doing its own thing, but Churchill is really doing its own thing, man. It doesn't make sense. Is that Alex Cutler? No, this isn't Alex Cutler. That'd be weird.
I'm not bald.
Yeah, he's not bald, to be fair. Yeah, that is one of the key components to being Alex Cutler.
Yeah, I'm just a guy with a headband. Because it's cold. Like, it's cold in my house because I'm in Spain. So, like, I got my kid stuff in the background. My wife took my son out to go on a walk. So, kind of made things a lot easier for me.
Yeah. That's happy. Yeah, you won't have to show the child to the world on this one. But I see a lot of people. I just want to say one thing quickly. Oh, so it is the real Uncle Henry. Henry, thanks so much for popping in, my man. And then also we did get a $5 dono from Zach for BSQR. I just added it to my stocks to watch there after I finish this stream, my man. I'll watch that now, but for now I want to let Trent do his thing. And also we're over 1,500 viewers. Absolute legends, true legends, baby.
Oh. This thing needs volume. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but yeah, dude, the volume on this is absolute garbage right now.
It's a barcoder. It's a barcoder right now.
Not quite, but it's getting there. This had some clear downward movement, which here, but this is just a weird sell-off. It did have a nice recovery, so it sold, and it kind of came back to this median area. For it to get back into some healthy trading to get everything back up, this is going to have to get above 550, maybe 575, just trying to cut that area to bring everything back up. But I guess it depends. I mean, if the what is it? Its news came out, so the EPS says its earnings come out today. Is that what it is?
Today?
23? Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I mean,
I don't know.
I haven't had time to breathe today. If there was earnings today, I missed them, man. It's been insanity.
Yeah, man.
I think there was a few earnings today, actually. That's another thing. This happening in the middle of we're still at towards the latter half of earnings season. I mean, it's weird as well. If you look at a lot of the safe money stocks, if you look at our Googles, our Apples, our Facebooks, they're actually doing okay today, but they're still red. I mean, they are still bleeding with the overall market, and they are safe places to put our money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I looked at Amazon. It was down like $50. I mean,
yeah,
Amazon, that's kind of nothing, but still, everything's red. I know Tesla was taking a huge bunch to the throat today.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I'm still contemplating. I'm still contemplating buying them Tesla, man. I have to say.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna follow it, it's clearly above the VWAP, but this candle that's 675, 670, 675 may be a pretty good support area. But the way that this next candle is moving, we'll see. So we're kicking green, but just by the way that it was moving, I'm thinking this will probably drop a little bit.
Yeah, potentially. I have a guy here asking. Okay. We can both answer this one. I'm just going to throw my screen up for a second. Where am I at the stream? Best guess for the rest of the week with CCIV. Less news events after today. I mean, my personal thoughts, I kind of go through it in my video from earlier on. I think if we close above 35 today, it's a win. And I think if we close above 35 today, we can just hopefully move upwards. But again, it depends on the market. And I think if you ask anybody right now, is the market going to be red tomorrow? Is it going to be green tomorrow? No, nobody can tell you a definite answer. Not the best analysts, the best market followers in the world. I want to see us stay above here. I want to stay above 35. I want to make a little bit of a new upward move. For the rest of the week, if things go well, I think we do definitely start to approach somewhere in the realms of, I don't see why we couldn't get close to 45 to 50 again. But if things go poorly, it's the opposite direction. It's the opposite. I'm not going to be feeling too happy.
Yeah, I mean, 44 is holding as that line of resistance right now. And it's like, I mean, it had a really good upward run. It still has a little bit ways to go to come down to this VWAP. But even if it does come down to the VWAP, you're cutting that profit. You're cutting that movement in half, allowing for it to move sideways to have an upward movement. I mean, the RSI, and it's bouncing off this area. It's done a little double bounce. You do have a good upward movement that's trying to come back. MACD's starting to push or turn to converge on this signal line to push everything back up. And that's in the 1 minute candle. So a lot of movement can happen in the 1 minute area if you're trying to really see what's going on. But if you click over to the 5 minute, we're still technically in a downward move. But it's really just going to have to take this to get some upward volume because people are taking their profits. People bought down to here in that 32. They let that thing get up to that 40s area. Well, they're going to take that $8 profit and they're going to run with it just because of the typical manipulation that CCIV Lucid has been doing the last week and a half, 2 weeks. So I'm honestly not worried about it. It's doing way better than I thought it would. I would love to see this kind of come up, and I know 35 is a good area, but I think 40, if we can get back to 40, I think that'll be a good little inclination that we're going to start an upward move.
Yeah,
at least move sideways and consolidate because man, last night sucked.
Yeah, no, beggars can't be choosers, man. I mean, I'd much rather that consolidation than this shit, man. I mean, I'm not enjoying this at all. That's going to bring me on to a funny one now, following right off CCIV. We have another $5 dono here from Origami. Thoughts on hyliion for earnings today? So, I mean, hyliion, the infamous hyliion. I mean, I don't see how earnings is going to be too important for this play, in all honesty. We saw it come out with some good PR, some good news. I'll throw up my chart really quickly. And you can see they exploded from 1548 all the way up, made brief highs of 22. But look, let's be honest, it was very short-lived. We're all the way back down in the 16s now. I don't know if earnings can move this company. I think it would take fantastic earnings in order to do so. I don't think they're going to have fantastic earnings. I don't think it's going to affect how far it goes down, in all honesty. It could be in for a decent red day. But if hyliion came out with amazing earnings, blew everything out of the water, I think they can start moving back up. But I really just don't think that can happen right now. So I'm not too optimistic for what tomorrow has to bring. Or it's after the bell tonight.
The expectation is a negative 37 cents.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's well above where they were from their last quarter. But man, even if they meet that, it's still not looking good.
It's not really what we want. It's not really what we want at all. Analyze UWMC graph. Is this one you're familiar with, Trent?
Let me take a gander. I get so many graphs that I gotta look at.
Ooh.
UWMC. No, but let's see.
I'll throw your screen on for a minute and see what you have to think. This is not one that either of us have seen, so but it looks like it likes bleeding. It likes bleeding a lot for a long time.
Yeah, it's definitely wow.
I went to the 4-hour chart. I didn't see that. This is nice.
This is a nice downward movement. And that's what you're into, I guess.
That's what you like.
Honestly, man, this is really one of those things that you just hope it stays above the VWAP. Let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit. It was trying to. That 775 was trying to be that line of support. Has definitely broken below it and gapped down. So now it could be trying to test this halfway area. I would honestly, with this one, if it stays above this VWAP, you're looking pretty good. But it's looked like it's just going to continue that downward movement. It's in all honesty, it's still in that falling wedge. It's not, and it doesn't look like it's trying to break out of it. But the only thing that you can look forward to is that line of support right here, where it did its dip pretty good. So maybe that 740 area, maybe 740 because it did come back up. Maybe go a little bit higher and maybe 745. But that's where I'd be paying attention. Once it drops below that, it's not.
And we've no idea what this company is or what they do. So that was just some pure technicals going on there. But that's them. That's them, whoever they are. Why is CLIS blocked? This again is a very frustrating one. I'm not sure why. It's out. It's not Trading 212's fault directly. They've come out and said before whenever something like this happens. But we'll see. We'll see what they have to say. Last time they got it sorted fairly quickly because again the Clickstream guys and the HeyPal guys went and said it to them ASAP. But I don't know.
Yeah, this is the reason why I don't get into these. And I know that you I know when you got into it, I scratched my head, but it is what it is, man. If this is the type of thing you're going to get into, and now if you look at trends, right? Yeah. You were sitting here at like nothing for a very long time, came up, tested this area, had an upward move. Now, what it could end up doing is using this area before it made an upward rip as another area of support because it looks like it did below it and came back up to it, and it could be testing it. But in all honesty, well, that's tongue twister apparently. I don't see this ripping up and maybe coming back up into this area anytime soon. I mean, granted, it's only at 10 million volume, but it's
it's not what the charts are telling us at all.
Yeah, I need some help, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, the founders are going to sort us out with some really nice PR soon, because we got some nice PR the other day and not too much happened. We'll have to wait and see. I think there was huge hype because again, not a lot of people knew these guys existed, and then a lot of people found out they existed. You could have seen that by Modern Stock tweets and the likes of it, but then. Right. The hype only lasts so long. I think we both know that in this game. That's why I did get out with my cost basis, so I just have free shares now. So I'm sleeping easy no matter what happens, really.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just smart trading, I guess. If you can, once you can get your initial principal out of there, and you just using market gains, why not?
Exactly.
You can go to bed and not worry about a $17, $18 dip.
Yeah, definitely. Did you pick anything up today?
No, man, I didn't. I was honestly, man, I was so worried about helping out everybody else. Like, I had a bunch of people in my shop, and they were like, came in like, can you help me out? I was like, yeah, sure. Let me go through these charts real quick. Let me give you a little warm and fuzzy.
That's what Trent does.
It was nice, and honestly, man, I was on the Discord just really plugging that, kind of trying to be like devil's advocate because it got pretty bad in there.
Yeah, it does though. I've seen it so many times. Like when the markets go red, I know you were in the stream, but that's what I was just trying to say. I'm like, guys, this is just a part of life. Life goes on. It's okay. We can all chill out.
I mean, like even CCIV, the presentation was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
He made it a point to go on at 9 o'clock in the morning on CNBC to talk about it. Because he knew, even he knows the valuation, like it should not have done that. So a lot of random information out there, a lot of confusion on the pipe.
Yes. As well, don't get that pipe.
No, in essence, it's like a direct offering before it's a direct offering. I mean, that's cash money that they're going to have in their hands. They got a lot of things that they got to get going, and I mean, they need that money. So good on them. The future looks really bright. But even like I said, everything's bouncing off that VWAP. I mean, it literally bounced off that VWAP here, and it started making an upward movement again. So if it dips below, I'm feeling pretty confident that this is just that pullback to bring that RSI down to have it breathe a little bit. MACD's still sitting above that zero line, so we still have room to move. I mean, MACD line itself is falling, signal line still above. As long as we start seeing these histographs start change colors, maybe go a little light pink, and we see our differential here to start getting smaller, I think we'll start doing pretty well. It's just when is it going to change? And we're heading to lunchtime, right? So noon on East Coast. So I'd say we do we'll probably continue a downward movement, maybe kick off to the side after lunch. Once the presentation and everything starts coming out, I think that'll be our catalyst to kind of get this thing to go back up. So I'm feeling pretty confident about it.
Yeah. And personal opinions, what do you think the next couple of days are going to look like
for CCIV?
No, just market as a whole.
Market. Comparatively to how it has been for the last week, I'd definitely say that tomorrow's going to be another little red day. There was some really good dips. CCIV had a really good dip, although it's a significant one. I mean, that was almost a full retracement. That's what it was, which sucks, but it is what it is. Workhorse, absolutely amazing dip. Clearly, people bought back in on it. The right dip down to 1850, absolutely amazing. I mean, those are ones that we usually talk about a lot. But even with Tesla, I mean, Tesla's doing a pretty good dip, trying to find those areas of support. Even like right now, that 670 is not looking too bad. It just depends on where the sentiment is. I know there's a lot of stimulus package stuff coming out. I know the House is voting on it this week. That passes, the Senate's going to pass it. So, I mean, boom, that's money that's going to get put and flooded back into the market. I know they're hoping to get that starting to roll out like mid-March. That's their goal. So, I mean, stimulus money, that's going to be another thing to push in, but it also could start creating that bubble as well. So that's another thing you need to really pay attention to. When it's just a lot of money just starts coming in with really no backing, that can be a really telltale sign that a bubble may be coming. So something to look at.
I think so. I think this could have been a little bit of a pop, but again, people are going to be arguing of, is this a correction? Is this the start? Is it done? Etc. I think my title of this was V-shaped recovery. Guys, I did that title in like 3 seconds just because I decided I wanted to go live, and there was like 4 candles in a row that made a V. But I don't think it's going to be a one-day thing or anything. But I think a lot of what Trent has to say is going to stand true. That's why, again, I'm not unloading all of my cash into the market today. I mean, I'm ready. And that's the way I like being in the market.
So, the cash might drive down the interest rates. I think the interest rates, I think they said they were going to stay at like that 2% area for the rest of the year or into the half the year. I mean, that's something they can vote on to change. Once they decide to change that inflation rate, then it'll start to change. Let me go shut this.
Yeah, no worries, man. But I mean, a lot of people are speaking about Powell and stuff, and I watched a bit of it, but it's let's be honest, it's the same thing that we always hear. It's the absolute same things that we always hear. Tim Coleman coming in with the £2 thoughts on ALPP. Man, everybody in here needs to get onto Barnsley. That's another Barnsley stock. Good old Barnsley boy. But no, ALPP, it sadly again is one I haven't kept up to date with myself personally. There's just so many stocks out there. And like I have thousands of people a day throwing ticker symbols at me. You can't keep up to date with them all. But ALPP, from what I've gathered through very brief research, yeah, I like their potential, but I don't see myself playing them. AMC, what's AMC doing now? Everybody's asking for AMC again. Skipped a little bit. Like
Well,
I have no interest in them.
Going back to ALPP, it looks like
yeah.
they're trying to touch their old area before they made their upward movement to test it again. If it holds strong, move sideways, I would expect another upward move. Not as maybe a little bit more stair steppy, but trying to get this thing back up to like that 650 area would be pretty nice. But it's just going to need way more volume than that.
Yeah.
And then AMC, yeah, I'm not in AMC. I didn't get into those pumps.
No, I don't think any of us did. Well, a lot of guys did, obviously, but I didn't play that. Well, AMC, I think everything that's going on with AMC right now is just, it's going to be very artificial, just because it's a lot of people who are holding on to what once was. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of bag holders still, and there's still going to be a lot of manipulation with these guys for probably another few weeks at the very least. But it's all extraordinarily artificial at this stage. Is this thoughts on LKCO? Oh, you already got it.
So even for this, like this one right here, like you have your dollar and you went up to that $4 area. So if you cut this area in half, you're looking at, I don't know, probably 4, 1, maybe 3, or that 250 or this area here, right? That 220 area would be pretty nice. So getting back up into that area would allow for this to trade pretty healthy. But it looks like this also fell into that downward move, which carried over from a lot of the pre-market into the actual market day. But it looks like it's trying to recover. It's recovering sideways. It's not too bad. RSI looked like it needed to take a little bit of break. It's clearly oversold. And I mean, even right now in the 5-minute candles, it's not too bad. It's not looking horrible. It's still above the VWAP, so at least that's a good sign.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't take my eyes off CCIV. I just can't help myself today. It's still chilling. It's chilling.
Yep. And then it dipped down, like I said. So it dipped down below that VWAP and it kicked back above it, trying to get that healthy movement. So I'd like to see the HIS graph start to change color. Still pretty nice above the 0 line. RSI starting to switch. It's looking good. It's all about that sentiment. Are they
$50 end of day guaranteed? $50 end of day
guaranteed, or your money back.
Definitely don't say that. No, opposite of that. No, it's definitely not. Imagine $50. That'd be absolutely immense. SFTW charge, actually, yeah. Let me whip up an SFTW. I'm red already. I'm in the stock more than an hour, and I'm in the red. I am an absolutely terrible investor.
The volume is clearly there, but it looks like it was just trying to find this little tiny area to find some healthy trading. RSI is dipping way below. We're heading to that, and we are in that oversold area. It looked like we were trying to test this area at 13 as an area of support, and then it created that area of resistance. So for this to get back up and to create that upward movement, getting back up to that 13 would be good, so we can get above that VWAP. But if you look, you can see how we're sitting there pinging off of this VWAP for the longest period of time. For over an hour, we're sitting here just kind of using this area as a place of support, and it just finally gapped down below it. I'd say the volume is there. It's just clear the volume was a downward movement, and man, that really sucks. That's a huge dip.
Yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't suck because we got in today. This is exactly what we need to be doing. New investors.
Red days are definitely areas that you want to, buy in. That 1250 area is a really good area of support. If it falls down and taps off that, then we'll probably create another upward move to kind of mirror the one before. Maybe cut it in half to get back to the VWAP. I think that'd be really good. But even for right now, this is, clearly this is the line of support, but it looks like it's just trying to find another one, maybe to create a new high low, I guess you could say, to use that concept. So
I'm just going to throw my screen on for 1 second and show one reason that made it quite easy for me to go in here. Look at the first day we found out about it. It shot up here to like 14, came down, it opened up here in the 13s. We're lower than the first hype day. Like when it comes to a SPAC, we're getting in here, we're risking $3 a share. it's literally cheaper than it was the first day we found out about it, it's happy days. You know what I mean? It's still new. A little bit of hype might be selling off, whatever, but I think you'll come back to this in 2 weeks' time and you're going to be quite happy. That's when I saw this, that was kind of the cherry on top for me. I was contemplating yesterday when we were in the 14s, and I was like, maybe. And then bang, I was like, yeah, okay. I'll open a position. I'll take it, baby. I'll take it.
Yeah, because even think we were a month ago, we were probably looking and seeing the same things, like, oh man, it's here it is, here's the bubble. Yeah. And then it clearly said, yeah, no, that's not it. We're just taking a breath.
Literally.
I really do. I know there's a lot of people talking about FRX. I really like FRX. I really like the fact that you get that mock razor fella.
Yeah, thanks, Gav. I'm too busy looking at stocks. That's all it is. I'm too busy looking at stocks.
No big deal. But yeah, so FRX, they're merging with that Beachbody, they're doing MyFitness and then or MyXFitness, and then I mean it's essentially a 3-company merger. Absolutely amazing. Shaquille O'Neal's getting with it. Okay, they have some Disney executives, so bringing that platform experience is going to be pretty good. The only thing I'm really, really skeptical about is hopefully this doesn't turn into a genus where all these executives got in on it and they said it was going to be the next Netflix, and then it clearly is not. So
yeah,
that's where you have to be careful with that one.
Yeah, I think it has potential. It does. I briefly touched on that one earlier, but I'm like, right now I'm at a stage where I couldn't really make my mind up with them, and I wasn't willing to kind of full deep dive them because of that fact. There's just a few weird things here and there as well.
Yeah, I like the potential. The potential is really good, but is it going to be able to live up to it? I think it's just going to, once it gets closer to, once a DA comes out and the presentation comes out, what their actual plan is, because Beachbody is absolutely huge, at least in the States. I mean, you got Peloton and then you got Beachbody.
Yeah.
If you're not wanting to, destroy your grundle and ride on a bike that doesn't go anywhere, well, then you can hop into those run around for 25 minutes in one place type workouts, the cardio type workouts. So, I mean, you of all people, man of fitness, knew all about the calisthenic type workouts.
I record in my room and it's still tiny. And I used to have a cross trainer in my room, and it literally took up half of my room between that and the bed. Like, so I know the demand for these things. I really do. They're interesting.
ATLU.
I definitely know that ticker. But I think what's nice, ATLU, why is it not even on TradingView?
ATLU. Well, what are my thoughts?
Yeah, that doesn't exist. It's tough when it doesn't exist, man. But I want to just point out quickly already, since the start of this, how much more chill everybody is. Like that's the reason I wanted to kind of come on here. I'm like, the first 5 minutes of market open, and you see it being in the Discord, there's always a lot of emotion flowing around. And even now, I mean, we went on a nice recovery, but we're back down a lot from the peaks of the recovery even. But everyone's a lot more chill. So like that's happy days. That's kind of why I wanted to come on here and make sure everyone's just, it's all is good. All is good with the world. Life goes on. Oh, wait. What's this guy? ATLU? ALTU. ALTU is the ticket we were looking for. Altitude acquisition. Oh, is this
I'm assuming it's a SPAC.
Yeah. It is. Which company? There's been a few like air related SPACs lately. I'm trying to see which one it was.
Honestly, this looks like typical SPAC correction. Has a pretty sweet upper boot. It's always from 10 to 14. People have been holding for 10 for a while. They'll take their $4 profit, make it move, get their $4 profit again, bring this thing back down. Probably going to do the same thing, make this thing pump up to that $4 area, take their profit again. So far, it's looking like this is just going to be another trend until they really come out with who they're going to be merging with and how strong that merger is going to be.
We have it now. That's what I was just waiting to get up. I'm going to throw my screen up for a second and you'll be able to see it as well then. These guys, Hyliion Supersonic. I do remember briefly looking into these guys. I didn't do a proper dive at all. But a company attempting to pioneer affordable supersonic flights. So, yeah, that's a tough one right off the bat. there's a lot of people obviously getting involved in this now. We know Virgin Galactic, we know Boeing has been in that kind of scene for a long time. I remember looking into these guys, and I remember not being too excited. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's a little bit further away than we want it to be. But I can't wait until supersonic flight's a thing, man. I mean, I cannot wait for that. But I don't know if I'm looking to invest in these guys.
Yes.
That's essentially where I'm standing right now. But I mean, it's relatively low risk at current prices at the same time. But I'd need to go back and do my full research, because I remember deep diving them and I didn't like something about them. So that might have been it. Do not freak out. Hold until you know what you own. Yeah, I mean, that's again, I should have a video coming out either today or tomorrow. I'll see after doing this live stream if I get that second video up. But I mean, it's chill. This what's happening now is chill. As long as you know what you're investing in and you understand it, you're not overexposed to anything. You're in a good place, baby.
I mean, supersonic flights are great. They tried doing that in the 90s, and they crashed and burned. So
yeah, literally.
Not saying anything, but
it's a bit scary. It is.
Technology's gotten better, I'm sure.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna have to end this soon, Trent. Okay, but what do you want to speak about? Don't mind the comment section. You do you.
So looking back at the CCIV, right? So we had that upper movement. We came and split that upper movement. Now we're starting to make that next little leg up. What we would like to see is this to try to test and punch through 44. If it tests and punch through 44, I think 45, maybe 45.50 might be another area to kind of pay attention to. But I don't like that it's making this crazy upward move right here. I don't want to see that. I want to see this thing kind of step like it was here. So as long as we stay these candles here and punch out and make another upward move, I think we're looking pretty good. MACD starting to push up against the signal line, trying to get this thing to cross back up, make another push. Histographs are looking really, really good now. I'm really happy to see they didn't dip too far. Like we didn't pull any of this stuff here, even from this dip, just because our signal line was higher. This dip compared to this dip, although the histographs looked bigger, we were above the zero line, so we didn't fall that far. Hopefully this is turning into a secondary little wave, and I like to see that. I like to see a little correction before we hit up to that 40 area. Right now, 40 is that another test line. We used it here earlier and broke through it. Like I said earlier, when we had this upward movement in the Discord, that 40 was going to be like, it was going to be the wall to punch through. And right when we got to it, hit 39.38 or 39.98, and that wall crashed, and we shot up to like 40.30, and then came back down. So that's really good. We want to see that same movement. As long as this red candle doesn't get any bigger, I'd say this will kick over to the right and make another upward move. So looking pretty good in the at least in the 5 minute. 1 minute is. We're turning green. We're starting to cross that zero line. RSI is making a pretty good leg up. So if we can punch this above that 40, maybe hit the 40.50, and we do come back a little bit to allow this RSI to breathe, I think that'd be pretty good. Still means we're up above. What you do like to see is the difference between the numbers are starting to increase. As long as they increase, we're looking pretty good. So that 21, 26, 29, 27, 26. So it's starting to curl down, but for this to make another upward movement, that's going to have to go to like a 0.27, 0.28, and we'll start looking pretty good once the signal line crosses that zero area. Okay. So that's something to pay attention to when you're looking at your MACD and your candles, and just kind of use those as a way to follow your trend and see where it's all going. So looking pretty good. As long as we're above 40, I'm gonna be just fine.
I think we're all going to be watching it very intently today. Let's get above that 40 and let's just stay there. That's what we all want to see now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to say, brother, thank you very much for coming on.
Man.
My eyes definitely need a break from stocks. My plan today was to completely look away from stocks after buying, but I couldn't do it. I was just like, no, there's too much panic. I have to say something. I know.
Horrible idea.
So now I am going to look away from screens for at least 18 seconds. I'm going to eat something. But thanks so much for coming on. And guys, hit up Trent with a big thank you in the chat right now, because he's a true legend for coming on here and doing this for us all. And I can't direct you to anywhere because he doesn't do anything yet. But one day he is going to have a YouTube or a Discord or something like that, and I'll be able to redirect you. But you're going to see Trent on here again soon, guys. But thank you all so much for popping in, guys. It really is very much so appreciated. Hopefully we were able to make the bloodbath a little bit easier to understand and to get through. And hopefully, ultimately, some of you guys picked up some juicy deals that you're going to thank yourselves for in 5 or 10 years. So that's it, guys. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you.